Hi Wildcats, this is Chloe, and you're watching Wildcat Network. Yearbooks are not for sale anymore, but you can get them for $85 while supplies last. Court-warming festivities are around the corner. Congrats to the elected court-warming court. A special court-warming cat attack will be aired next Wednesday, so keep an eye out. Spirit Days at HHS will be Monday, no school, Tuesday, Pajama Day, Wednesday, Country Club, Thursday, Rhyme Without Reason, and Friday, Country. The dance will be on February 2nd, as well as a pep rally, shopping cart parade, and coronation. Coronation will take place between the boys and girls basketball games at around 6:30 p.m. The dance follows the games from 8 to 11. Next up, the second wellness segment featuring a licensed professional counselor, Shannon Heiser.
My name is Shannon Heiser, and I'm a licensed professional counselor at the Wellness Counseling Center here in Harrisonville. And I had started this this organization here because there was such a need in Harrisonville for services where people felt comfortable and safe and just ready to explore their needs, things that were problems for them.
Why are adolescents' emotions so important, and why do they often feel they cannot express their emotions?
So anyone's emotions are important, and I think especially as adolescents growing up that sometimes we have these big feelings and we need to be able to express emotionally. We're learning about our emotions and the situations that bring those up for us. So being able to tune into what is the emotion I'm having, what are the thoughts that I'm thinking that lead to those emotions, helps to develop maturity and helps to process experiences, and it helps us to become our best selves. I think sometimes it is the messages that they're receiving from their environment, so whether that's in school or at home, that there are times where an adolescent may express themselves and they receive negative feedback in response to that. And a lot of times when we receive negative feedback, then we try to hide away some of those parts of ourselves. And it's really hard to then be vulnerable and express that or keep trying to express that to the people around us.
How do you know if your feelings are normal or if they could indicate some sort of imbalance, such as depression or anxiety?
It's hard to know when that becomes diagnosable, like a depression problem or an anxiety problem. But oftentimes, the way we know that it becomes a problem is because it starts to interfere with other things in your life. So like depression, if you're having depressive thoughts so often that now you're withdrawing from doing the things that you love, then now we know that that's becoming a problem. If you are having anxiety thoughts that are interfering with you going out with your friends and people that you love to spend time with, that's how we begin to know that something is a problem. It starts to impact multiple areas of your life.
What are the best ways to seek help?
I try to point them back to their parents whenever possible, but sometimes and oftentimes parents aren't the first people that you go to. So your friends might give you feedback of like, it might be time to talk to somebody else about this. And I think that's really important to be able to say to your friends, I love you, and it might be time to talk to your parents about this, or can I talk with your parents with you about this? That can be really intimidating though, and scary, and so sometimes it might be talking to your school counselor, it might be talking to the nurse at school, it might be talking to a teacher that you trust or your advisor, but it's important to talk. It's so much more important to express yourself than to hold it in. Because I think that's where we really start to experience some problems. You guys have a lot of resources now that we didn't have in school. So like the teen helpline or the 988 crisis line. There are lots of avenues to reach out for help that are kind of anonymous ways to get a little bit of support, and then to further if you need further assistance after that, they'll direct you to where to go.
Is it important to have at least one trusted adult in your life?
It's important to have a trusted adult in your life that you can go to that knows what to do with this problem, because they have the power and the capacity to actually help, whereas a friend might not have that power and capacity. Also, I tell my boys this all the time, that advice is great from friends. I'm glad that you're talking to your friends, but sometimes they're going to give you a teenager's advice as opposed to a been there, done that advice experience. There's some merit to being older because of all the life experiences you've had.